Hey, yo, solid, you the realest. 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 Hey, yo, solid, you the realest.
Yo, it's the word, bro. How are you guys doing on this nice day? I don't know who's watching right now. I'm just gonna do my checks. Maybe make sure audio is good and maybe pull up my laptop real quick. Just so I can check the comments and make sure that audio is all good. So let me actually do that.
Hey, yo, solid, you the realest. Hey, yo, solid,
That's
you
while
the
I'm waiting
realest.
for all that to load up. little bit about it. Actually, maybe nothing. Hold on. Okay. And always seems to be good. So yeah, let me actually just put the I like this background music. So how have you guys been? I've been chilling, I've been alright. Who's this guy feeling like, man? I'm feeling like, you know, I don't even know. I'm just chilling, bro, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty surprised. I thought it was gonna be pretty I thought it was like 4. I'm usually like really late to the streaming stuff, you know what I mean? And it's been a while. It's been a while. I think the last time I went streaming was like a month ago, so it's pretty nice to be back, you know what I mean? Like, you know, maybe I don't know if you guys missed me. I don't know if you did. If you didn't, you know, if you did, you know, your boy is back, so you know, just happy about that. Yeah, you know, there's been a lot of things that have been going on that have happened in the last month. I didn't really have too much time to really like talk about it, or I wasn't able to cover it, obviously, because I've been working really late. Schedule's been out of whack all over the place, and I haven't really been as disciplined about this, so it all just kind of fell off, slipped, and went to shit. But you know, yeah, we're good. And yeah, those are sister locks. I don't know if you were here. I think the very last stream that I did, that's when I announced that I'd started them. I was going through a weird period with my hairs. I still am right now, where you can kind of see. I'll actually show you them. So like, hold on, let me actually put it so I can see myself. So yeah, this is kind of like around. I'll like do a little 360. Alright, obviously you can see there's a section here where my hair isn't. There's a section here you can see that my hair isn't done. It's mainly because I was using minoxidil, and so I was having a lot of shedding of hair in this region, especially like around the corners. You can see I'm trying to grow out here, and around the months of January through February, the shedding was at like its worst. Let me see, what can I? Yeah, you know, like the shedding was at its like worst kind of phase. So it was looking pretty crazy, bro, and I wasn't able to get it all done. But you know, most of it's done good enough, and you know, I feel a little bit more confident now to kind of show my hair, you know, and hopefully, you know, if everything kind of goes to plan, by the end of this year, next year, it's all gonna be looking a lot better. So, you know, it was pretty crazy too, cause like the last post that I made, it was like the first post that I actually like did with the sister locks in, and it was going pretty the video went pretty crazy, and I didn't want that video to go like to do as well as it did. I'll be honest. Like the video that I wanted to do well was the video about South Sudanese waist size. So it's a weird thing where it's like the videos that I don't really want to perform that well, they just do, you know what I mean? And I was looking pretty chopped in there. So like it was a video on like, oh, how evolution made us more attractive. And then everybody in the comments was like, us? Like, what do you mean us? You know, you're chopped here, you know what I mean? So it was pretty, you know, it was pretty rough, but you know, it's all good. And yeah, man, you know, but yeah, I'm just kind of happy to have them. I can't really wait for them to grow. Right now it's Wednesday. This Monday, I actually got them retwisted, or retightened is like the actual name. So, you know, they're looking pretty nice. I like having them in right now. You can kind of see the parts where it's scalpy, you know, like I had them done. And, you know, I'm just really happy to kind of have them right now. I think they look really nice. And I just can't wait for them to grow. And yeah, for me to have that like fully matured look. I think it's gonna really look nice. Stare game scares my soul. Yeah, man. So did my dad have hair? Now my dad, he's bald right now. Unfortunately, he's actually been the person to kind of like give me the most warnings when it comes to like don't do this with your hair, don't do that. I didn't listen to him. I might go down the same path not too long from most of my hair. Where I fucked up with my hair is like a lot of traction alopecia. So like like damaging my hair through just like fucking with it, like getting braids. I was actually, I don't know if I'll tell that story today because we do have a lot of topics we have to go through. But, with like my whole kind of situation, a lot of what I was doing was just like fucking up my hair with like getting really tight braids and styles and doing this, doing that with my hair, just making like kind of dumb mistakes that I probably shouldn't have been doing. So, we all learn. Hopefully, this won't really this won't really mean the end, But I think I've been seeing pretty good gains off the minoxidil, and I mean, pro tip for any of you guys who might be going through any sort of hair loss. A lot of people, they kind of talk about minoxidil use and they say, everyone's talking about using minoxidil with finasteride. You can do that too, but the main thing you really want to do is make sure that you kind of know why your hair is even like why your hair is thinning, or you're experiencing any type of things like that. Because in my specific situation, at least as far as I know, it's mostly due to just like traction alopecia or just like hair damage. So when I use minoxidil, I don't have to use like finasteride or anything crazy like that. That's gonna be a DHT blocker, because what I'm just trying to do is to restore like hair follicles that have been damaged. You get what I mean? But if you're like going through androgenic balding, where it's like a natural balding, you know what I mean, and it's not because you've been doing anything crazy with your hair, then that's probably when I would think about using something like finasteride or any type of DHT blocker. Yeah, it's pretty interesting though, because it's like you what is it called, bro? Like I think some like a situation like this, like this type of minoxidil, not minoxidil, like this hair damage, like the hair damage that I went through, like with traction and all that stuff, it could trigger like genuine like androgenic balding. You get what I mean? Like it could trigger that, so you do have to watch out for that. But yeah, I guess honestly the biggest thing is really just to be safe. I probably could do a stream about like just like hair and like taking care of it. I think I've kind of learned a lot, especially with like getting sister locks. Like every single thing that I've done for my hair that you're supposed to do, at least like is according to like what you're supposed to do with sister locks, it's like a lot less. Like now these days, like today, I didn't even do anything for my hair. Like the most of the day I had it under the bonnet. I just got out the shower. All I did to really like take care of it really was just like, obviously I applied my minoxidil in like the areas kind of like in here, kind of these areas that I'm trying to restore. But then, outside of that, all I did was spray some of this, which is it's water mixed with rose water. And this is the rose water that I actually have. So yeah, if any of you guys are interested. But yeah, that's all I really do. So like now these days, all I really do to my hair, like if say like for example, if I didn't have anything weird going on with my hair and all my hair was just in sister locks, which is probably just gonna be the case like in the next like a year from now once everything's kind of like restored. All that I really do with my hair now is like I just shampoo it, and then I hit it up. I spray it with this rose water and water combination. And I use like this is like bottled water that I use in it, not like sink water or anything like that. But yeah, all I do is like shampoo it, spray this on it, and everything kind of seems to be good, because like big red pill, like I think like the natural hair community is kind of common to see people with like a million and one different like hairstyles, or not even hairstyles, hair products. You get what I mean? Which I mean, it's still good. Like I think when it's a very different situation when you have um like locks versus when your hair is just like out and all natural. So that is something like I would keep in mind. Yeah, this was like a kind of the kit. This is like that's the ladies company's name who did it, Adorn Locks. It's pretty good. And this is the shampoo that I use. I also have another spray bottle with it that I use to like it's sprayed with water. It's mixed with. It's kind of similar to like my it's similar to my rose water bottle where it's like kind of mixed with it's like a mix of the shampoo and like just regular water. So yeah, man, it's pretty decent, bro. I really like it. I mean, if you're a guy, if you're a girl, and you kind of want to have like an easier hair care routine schedule, you want something that kind of looks nice effortlessly, I think sister locks are the way to go. I think they're pretty nice. They look really good, especially when they're grown out. If you don't like the way they look on me, just don't use me as an example. If you just Google it, see how they look. Um, you know, they have a really nice look to them. So yeah, man. Watch me just like eat this banana. Adding salt to your diet is a game changer. I do know that there are some like I do know that obviously there's gonna be like benefits. Like I think all I know about salt is like the benefits are things that have to do with like electrolytes. But obviously like I'm afraid of sodium. You know what I mean? So it's like um, I guess for like everything that has to do with like bloating and this and the third. So it can be kind of risk. But I guess it's like proportionality. But proportionality is a big thing. So you know that is a thing. So yeah, I mean we'll probably just kind of jump into this. We just kind of spent like 20 minutes yapping, but who cares, right? So there were a few things that I've kind of had. I wanted this was like a list from like more than like almost 2 weeks ago. So I was gonna react to Kalav, like what happened to Kalav. Like he apparently had like I don't know if I can say the word. I don't want to get this video censored, bro. Which is why damn, I was, I don't hate YouTube, but like I wish there was more freedom of speech on this platform, so I didn't have to worry about saying certain things. But yeah, we'll just kind of go with some of the main events. So give me a second. I'm gonna go and do some real quick. I'll be right back. And we're gonna go and look at the first topic, which is our boy Gout. So yeah, give me a few. Hold on. Before I go into this, I'll probably let me actually make sure too that my audio is doing good. Yo.
Yo, bro, look at your YouTube chat, bro. Look at your YouTube chat immediately.
Oh yeah, no, I just noticed. Yeah, I wasn't. Literally, like right when you called, because I think I suspected that was you in the comments, and then I was like, I looked at my audio thing. It's cool now. I think I got it on. I had it on mute. Yeah, I was being a dumbass, bro. You know. Yeah.
This guy, yo. Alright, bro. I'm gonna leave you to it, man.
Alright, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Alright, man. You know, that was the homie, bro. I was being a dumbass, bro. I wasn't even, like, I was on mute the whole time, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, man. Yeah, no, I wasn't saying anything important, but I was saying, like, yeah, like, all these guys are, like, pretty jacked, pretty muscular, and they're just sprinters. And they look a lot older than their age as well, you know? All moggers. I think he's the only guy, no offense, he looks like his age. He looks like he's 18. So all of these are elite people. These are not like, you know what I mean? These are the best of the best. And then we got Gout, you know what I mean? Hey. So maybe all of them are in that kind of range. He's 18. They say he's even younger than the guy before. So maybe they all are in that like late teens, early 20s kind of thing. So it's pretty nice. Yes, sir. See, I think everybody knows that Gout, like he has a reputation. You know what I mean? He has a reputation, and actually, there was a video from Usain Bolt. I think we can take a look at it after. To be honest with you, because he had some pretty wise words. I really like how he's pretty cool about it as well. Like, he's not on like any ego stuff. You know, obviously not saying that he can't be, but he wasn't on any like egomaniac behavior, saying, "Oh, like trying to hate on him." Like he had some pretty good advice for Gout, or Guat is the original way you're supposed to say it according to this guy's dad. Use. I wonder what type of Europeans or white people these guys are. Yeah, his genetics, bro. Actually, I'm gonna talk about. There's a lot that we could go through. I'll probably talk about his genetics pretty soon too, because there's really a lot that we could really like unpack there. Yeah, bro just looks determined, bro. He just looks locked in. You know he's locked in. Okay, this is the clip that we all seen. You seen him jumping. Just look at that jump. You see how like I wish I could pause it on time. Hold on. Just look at this. Like you see how high this nigga went, bro. This is warm up. This is warm up, man. He's built like a cheetah, bro. Like it's like everything is optimized. You know what I'm saying? Everything is optimized for speed. Okay. Yeah, he's picking up speed. That guy's pretty close to him though. But Gout starts pulling on. Yeah. So he got him. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like here, It looks close, like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you can tell he's still in front here. But that looks kind of scary. Like, this guy, he was up there. But Gout was able to pull away closer to the end. And you can see, yeah, you know, he did there. Respects all of the other racers in here, man. But yeah, Gout, he's just, it seems like, you know, the type of runner that he is, like, he'll have like a pretty, like, you can see here. Let me go back. Like, his start, it's hard to kind of tell. I think he might be this guy right here. Yeah, so he's not doing so bad. I mean, obviously it's hard to tell because they're all like adjusted for which lane they're in. But you can kind of see, okay, this is where like they're the most equal. So I think at this point, this guy's in the lead. But Gout, yo, he pulled, yeah. Yeah, man. So that's actually that's actually pretty cool, bro. So he's doing this, he's at 18 years. It's his family over there, of course. So yeah, I mean, in his time, I don't know. They say, I mean, it's here, right? 1967. I think he even did it in the video, the 6'7". But what do you call it, bro? Yeah, you know, like this is pretty good. I don't know what. Let me see. What was Usain Bolt? Usain Bolt 200 meter record. I want to see because they say he beat it. Okay. Okay, so his ultimate. I think what everybody was saying is that he beat Usain Bolt's record when Usain Bolt was at his same age or something like that. But Usain Bolt's like ultimate record right now is 1919, and Gout did 1967. So, you know, he's not far off. Honestly, he's not far off. Like he, you know what I mean? I think you know, and Usain Bolt actually said this as well. You know, with the right training, if Gout has the right people around him, he could really kind of like develop this, man. He could really take it, you know, to the next level. Let me actually see if I can find that video too. You're gonna see my I want to see if we can find the video where he was actually talking about it. Usain Bolt goes wild after Gout smashed. 18 years old. I want to find the clip, but I don't know if I'm really gonna be able to hear. This wasn't. I don't think this is the one I watched. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, he's basically saying, yeah, like, you know, he wants him to do better. It's gonna be better for the overall sport. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. That wasn't the video that I was looking for, but I mean, it kind of shows what his overall sentiment was. This video I think is gonna be pretty interesting to watch. So everyone he's asking him about like everybody pitting him against Usain Bolt. Let's see what he says. So yeah, I mean, pretty much, you know, he has a lot of kind words to say about Usain Bolt. He looks up to him. He wants to be like him, and he'll always kind of look at him as like, I guess, you know, one of those guys to aspire to be like. And I think that's pretty cool, man. You know, I've never really been huge in track and field. I wish I was. I used to do hurdles back in the back in high school. I actually have a few medals, but it's a story for another time. But yeah, it's a pretty fun sport, to be honest with you. Like there's a really like it like I used to play basketball a lot in high school, but honestly, track and field was like the most like fun sport in terms of just like being involved with it, because you get to go to these different like track meets and events, and there were always like a lot more things going on. There was always like a lot of people there. Whenever you go to a track meet, there's like many different schools there and people from different establishments. It's a lot better and a lot more like lively than, for example, like a typical basketball game where you just have like the two different teams that are showing up to play against each other. And I mean, yeah, you want to talk to the hus, the girls, where you can do that. There's a lot more events that kind of like go around. It's a lot more of a chill. I don't know if I guess chill out atmosphere could be used to describe it. It's like you just kind of wait around for like your events, and before that, and in the meantime, you can prepare. You can go and chop it up. You can go and explore, talk to different people, and meet different people. Like it's a really really like if you want to make friends in high school or even in college, honestly, like track and field I think is an amazing sport to kind of join. But yeah, so that was some pretty nice stuff. So look, my computer, or not my computer, my camera is like heating up right now, and I feel like not too long from now I'm going to have to let it rest for a little bit before like we start having like fuck ups with the stream. So what I'll do is I'll probably do like a short break, and then I'll be back in like the next probably like 5 minutes, and then we can talk about whatever other the next topics up in line. So yeah, see you in a bit.
Hey, yo, solid. You the realest.
always gonna be my first love. Take my heart tight. Baby, now I just don't give a fuck. Why you wanna hurt up? Shawty, you always gonna be my first love. First love. Always gonna be my first love. First love. Always gonna be my first love.
Hey, yo, solid, you the realest.
Take my heart tight. Baby, now I just don't give a fuck. Why you wanna hurt up? Shawty, you always gonna be my first love. First love. Always gonna be my first love. First love. Always gonna be my first love.
Hey, yo, solid, you the realest. Hey, yo, solid, you the realest. Hey, yo, solid, you the realest. Hey, yo, solid, you the realest.
I think I'm addicted to your hands on my hips. I think it's the first sign that I know.
Hey, yo, solid, you the
And
realest.
now you're so bad that I'm scared that now I know how good it is if you ever leave. Now it doesn't like you. Now it is a part of me. Now it doesn't like you. The way you love me. Now it doesn't like you. Now it is a part of me. Now it doesn't like you. The way you love me.
Alright, yo. We're back. I did figure out there was some audio issues going on with like the first part. I think after like the homie called, and it switched to my audio settings. Yeah, like I had my audio settings switched, and basically you could hear me pretty well, but you couldn't really hear what I had on screen. So what I'll actually do to let me make sure everything's alright, it probably will be better in the future when we have like a more active chat, so then I can know about like anything going on in real time. So yeah. It's, one of my favorite instrumentals right here. Right. Probably will be better in the future when we have like a more active chat, so then I can know about like anything going on in real time. So yeah. Yep, we're good. We're good. So yeah, bro, we are now at a yeah, my
Hey, yo, solid. You the realest.
all right. Yeah, so now that we kind of gone through the Usain Bolt and Gout thing, situation, whatever that might be, let's actually see. Let me make sure too this stays pretty consistent, because I don't want to have to deal with this later. I think what would be cool is in the future I can do Discord calls and stream them here. I think that would be pretty good. So yeah, so I keep on. So okay, we got Gout. So that was actually some pretty interesting stuff. There was also some other records that were broken. Aside from just what we've seen recently with Gout. It seems like, bro, just like African runners, especially as East Africans, the Nilotes or whatever, right? We just we're on a roll right now. We're taking a lot of dubs. I seen Uganda had a record. Yeah, there was 3 countries. First it was Kenya. I forgot, is Kapogi or something his name is. He did a record. It was something like a 2-mile run or 20 something. I forgot how long, but he had like a certain time. The guy behind him was an Ethiopian guy, and the guy after that was a Ugandan guy. So let me actually see if I can find that world marathon. Let's see. She fell away. It'll be okay. Yeah. So I found some YouTube videos, but maybe we'll look at the TikTok. I think that it'll be, because we'll be able to kind of like synthesize everything quicker. It won't take as long. So let's see. Okay. This instrumental is such like, it's like heaven, bro. Alright, so here is what I'm talking about. It's this video. These are my reposts. Alright, I repost a lot of things. This is my TikTok, by the way, if any of you guys are curious. I post a lot of things. Yeah, bro. Ignore those corny photos that you might have just witnessed. But yeah, so let me actually say, I post a lot of King Von videos too. So yeah.
Yesterday, this man
I'm taking the freaking Brazil bro.
Yesterday, this man made history, but so did this guy. And this guy, actually. In fact, all top 3 places from...
Yeah, so I think, I don't know why.
Scientists said
I'm not gonna lie, bro. TikTok is pissing me off with their like shitty.
Yesterday...
I'm taking the freaking Brazil bro. I'll put Charlie count for 2 goals.
This is a...
Yesterday...
So yeah, they said 3 guys broke history. Basically, it was a Ugandan runner, Kenyan runner, and Ethiopian runner. See, they actually said right here, no being East African.
This man made history, but so did this guy. And this guy, actually. In fact, all top 3 places from this year's London Marathon were the fastest official times ever set by human beings. Not only did 31-year-old...
So actually, you can see their times are right there. So yeah, Sebastian. So actually, okay, so it wasn't actually the person who I thought it was. It was somebody else. So some guy named Sebastian Sawe. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but he's a Kenyan. He had a race 59. I think it's 1 hour 59 minutes and 30 seconds. That was his time. Ethiopian guy Yomif Kejelcha. These guys have really, I don't know how to say these names. He had 1 hour 59 minutes and 41 seconds. Jacob Kip Limo, he's Ugandan. He had 2 hours and 28 seconds. So yeah.
By human beings. Not only did 31-year-old Sebastian Sawe from Kenya become the first to run an official marathon under 2 hours, which is a moment people are already comparing to when the first person broke the 4-minute mile back in 1954. But also, the man who came in second place from Ethiopia, shout out, also finished under 2 hours. But it doesn't stop there, because the guy who came in third from Uganda also broke the previous world record of 2 hours and 35 seconds. So imagine breaking the world record and coming in third. That is the level that long distance running.
So that's actually pretty great. So they all broke the world record, but they came in it goes from 1 to 3rd place. So basically everybody in the top 3 beat the record. So that's actually pretty interesting. And I mean, one thing, I mean, obviously, like, this is common sense, but as someone who's like a muscle head myself, right, just like, I can't help but notice the difference in physique when we were comparing sprinters at first and now looking at the endurance runners. You can really see the difference in like their limbs and build.
Is currently at. And it's not even just a matter of achievement. Not getting first place means that bro didn't win the $1 million prize. And on top of all of that, the women's world record was also broken by Ethiopia again. Honestly.
Yeah, so shout out to Ethiopia. They got the 2nd place for the men. And then they got I guess she would have been 1st place, but they had 2 record breakers, so that's actually pretty good. It's like we're all doing good right now, bro, you know? East Africans on top.
Gotta be the most
shout out to the West, though, you know? I say, I don't want people feeling like, I'm too much of a
marathon ever. Yesterday, this man made...
Although I am, to be fair. Yeah, so that was some, like, pretty interesting news that I saw. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know what it is, I remember like I did like a video not too long ago. It was like in September of like last year, and I was kind of talking about Kenyan athletes, why they do so well. I mean, one, usually, it kind of is going to tie together with the video that I'm going to be dropping soon. In fact, I actually had an editor send me a copy of what it's going to look like. You know what? For you niggas on stream, I'm gonna do it just for you, alright? I'm gonna show you the preview that I was sent by the editor that I had do this. I really liked it. So, I mean, if you want, you can give me some feedback on, the videos and what you kind of like and or dislike about it, you know. But yeah, let me actually see, where can I find it? I gotta find the video. Where do the boys go to? There's actually a few other shorts that I want to show you as well that were pretty cool. This is before the retwist, alright? So I'm looking a bit crazier. Just look at that, bro. I just look funny, bro, you know? You know what best predicts how long you live? Oh no. I hate how the video quality goes back so... It's like so shit. Alright, let's go back. You know what best predicts how long you live? It's not your strength or your looks, it's actually your VO2 max and your cardio. And the crazy thing about it is that most people almost never train it or even really think about it that much. And one of the earliest times I can really remember me kind of struggling with this. So yeah, that was like the first 30 seconds. I really liked it. The only thing I probably would have changed, I should tell this to him. I'll tell him to him probably at the end. It was like this clip, it kind of felt a little bit random, but this was really nice, man. I like the background music, how you kind of put it all together, the text. I really like this clip. This reminds me, for those of you who don't know, I used to be like a big Hamza fan, and seeing this clip, like it really reminds me, it gives me like nostalgia, honestly, of like it being 2021. And me watching like Hamza's videos and then seeing him on the gym rings, like this is what this reminds me of. So I really like seeing this. And then this was pretty nice, like the slow close up. I like this one too. Always, this is like one of my favorite clips. It's not. So yeah, my hair is looking kind of crazy, bro. I need the sister locks to grow quickly, bro. You know, I need a. You know, it needs to be like 2027, 2028, bro. We need to fast forward that shit. No, probably not, but you know what I mean? Like, I gotta figure something out, bro. Cause it's looking kind of crazy, bro. I need my hair to cover up your strengths. I need a minoxidil to hurry up. But yeah, no, this is pretty nice, man. Honestly, I think if anything, I'd probably just tell him to like fix up the text a bit, but this is pretty good. But yeah, the reason why I'm like yapping to you guys about this video is because I was talking about like VO2 max. And it's actually something really related to like the endurance runners, especially like these guys, you know, you're gonna be seeing here.
History, but so did this guy.
All these guys guaranteed you have like really good VO2 maxes. And I mean, VO2 max really is just like your body's ability to be able to take oxygen and use it as energy. And these guys from East Africa, in comparison to West Africa, people are usually more slow twitch. We're still more fast twitch in East Africa than like the rest of the world, obviously, or not, you know, the majority of the world. But you know, it is kind of like a thing you kind of see correlated with a lot of endurance runners. You know, if you look at speed runners, you know, they're a little bit more fast twitch. Their muscles are kind of built a different type of way, and it was actually pretty interesting. Apparently there's ways where you can train your muscles to behave more like in a certain type of way. I remember first hearing about this back when I was doing track, and they were telling me we had like a few exercises, some of them where you would kind of like move your legs and I don't know, just do like a certain things with them that'll kind of train your muscle fibers to react in a certain type of way, or to train yourself to be able to use your fast twitch muscle fibers. Because that's the other thing too I need to tell you guys, is that your muscles obviously, like they're not just either completely slow twitch or completely fast twitch. You kind of have like a bit of like a mix in of the two. You know what I mean? You're just gonna have certain muscle groups that are gonna be slightly more fast twitch leaning and others that are more slow twitch leaning. So like a good example is like your chest. Chest is gonna be a little bit more fast twitch, right? But something like your legs, they're usually a little bit more slow twitch. But overall, what you kind of see with like endurance runners is that, yeah, they're more slow twitch. And, you know, part of that comes with also having a higher VO2 max, which most athletes have in general, but I think especially the endurance runners, they have like the highest ones. And I mean, it makes sense, right? You're doing these long runs, like you're gonna need to be able to carry yourself and produce that energy for long enough to keep yourself going. So, you know, that's pretty
I'm
interesting.
taking the freaking grizzly right.
This was another video that I saw. It was like just like some Australian South Sudanese. It says black people when they see other black people running.
Boy, I don't trust shit. Hoes be too slick, don't trust that bitch.
I'm gonna get copyrighted.
Yesterday,
My gas, deep fresh.
I might as well just live with it. This was the video.
I'm taking the freaking grizzly right. I'll put Charlie count for 2 goals.
Boys off fucking nothing.
I'm not gonna, I need a lot of pseudo friends like this because you could tell. Hold on.
I'm taking the freaking grizzly right. I'll put Charlie count.
You could tell like these people like they all go to the gym. Like I wish like I need a bunch of pseudo friends like that. I know there's this guy he's actually a dude to catch his brother. If you guys don't know who a dude to catch is, I'll actually show you. A dude catch. She's like her. She's like a really like famous South Sudanese model. I actually didn't know she was this young. I thought she was a bit older. But yeah, you know, she her brother, who actually has the same name as me, you know, which is actually pretty funny. He's really big into gym culture. I remember I found his account, and I followed him, and yeah, he posts like a lot of videos of him going to the gym and doing that whole gym culture thing. And yeah, you know, I kind of really liked it, bro. You know, he kind of reminded me of myself, you know, just maybe, you know what I mean, in shape, you know what I mean, all that stuff. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, you know, like I wanna hang out. Even my cousin actually, he's one of the. I got a few cousins out here in Arizona. They're into gym culture as well. I actually need to go and do a workout with him. He's actually the guy. I've actually posted a few clips with him. Maybe if I go look at my channel. This was like a long time. This was like last year. Like this. So you see this guy on the right. So that's me on the left. That's him on the right. That's my cousin. Technically, he's my dad's cousin, but he's like into gym culture as well. I think even before me, he's been in the gym even longer than I have been. And you know, he's kind of like, you know, he's kind of like in the same things that I am. So it's pretty nice.
2 goals.
Boy, I'll just start running. Where you guys going? He's like confused.
Oh well, boy. Well. One push. Doesn't come now for me.
Yeah, I'll just start running.
Hey,
You know what that guy was embraced.
why are we running? Why are we running? What's going on? Why are we running? Mate, I was just going for a 5K run.
Hey, that was pretty funny, bro. You know what I mean? You see this meme here too? Like, this is the. Just look at that, bro. He's just like running, like, this is like torso, like, you know what I mean? Push forward. But yeah, bro, you know? And it's just like, why are we running? Gotta love the internet, man. This was another video too. Let me see. I really like the sound to this one.
Where do the good boys go to hide away?
Oops.
Where do the good boys go to hide away? I'm a good girl who easily is confident, looking hot in love with someone. Where do the good boys go to hide away? Where do the good boys hide away?
I love this song. Where do the good boys go to hide away? Yeah, man. So that was some pretty like interesting stuff, bro. You know, just gotta love the internet. But yeah. I was gonna talk about IQ, but honestly, there's like a lot that I would have to really. It would end up turning into like this whole big thing. So I don't know. I might or I might not. If you're in the comments and you're interested, let me know, and I might do it. I might just go to the next topic after it, which is I'm a little bit more open to looking at. Let me see what's going on. We'll do the So yeah. Got a few messages. I don't know. So for let me actually make sure everything's good, because my other editor, he's like telling me, I don't know if I have another. Yo, can you hear me? I don't know if... Alright, let me make sure everything's going good with the stream. Just to make sure, like, no funny business with, like, the audio is happening. That's pretty funny, bro, you know what I mean? You see this meme here, I just look at... yeah, hold on. I'm doing too many things that I don't know. I'll share. Entire screen. Yeah, there's too many things going on. Like, I don't really... Okay, you can see. I don't know. I don't know if there's enough people who are watching so that I can tell what's going on. You know what I mean? Through the yeah, there's too many things going on. Like, I don't really... Okay, you can see. This name here. I just look at... yeah, hold on. Make sure, like, no... Yo, can you hear me? I don't know if... Okay, yeah, so they can hear me, but I don't think they can hear you. So let me see. Unless maybe I do everything through, do you want them to be able to hear you? Alright, I don't know. I'm gonna try to put everything through like the audio capture, and maybe that'll work. I don't know. Hold on. Alright, yo, can you hear me? Yo, you there?
Hear you.
Yo. Can you hear me twice on the stream, or what? Alright, let me make sure everything's going good with the stream. Things going on, like... Alright, yo. Can you hear me twice on the stream, or what? Alright, let me make... Okay. Yeah, I still can't hear you on the stream. So what I'll just do, I'll probably... I'll probably just put it so like we'll just like you can see everything, but I'll just work everything out like so maybe we can do like a call like next time. Not a call, but like not a call. What the hell? Like set it up so they can hear you next time. Type of thing. Cause this is just too much. I don't want to like spend too much time on that shit. But yeah, man. So yeah, no, I was actually gonna move into like a different topic too. There's like two more things you could probably discuss. It was like the what do you call it? Oh yeah, it was like head shape. So that was actually that was something I was gonna talk about, some of the studies that Juice sent. So let me actually put that on stream. Honestly, no, I do want to make it so it works, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Let me see. We gotta figure something out. Okay, I don't think I can hear you, but I want you to say something so I can see if I can hear you on the stream. Next time.
My beard.
Okay, I don't think I can hear you, but I want you to say something so I can see if I can hear you on the stream. Next time.
My beard.
Okay, bet. I think I could hear you. Okay, I could hear you. So, say something again.
My beard.
Okay. I think you're okay. So long as I can hear you, I think that's alright. I think they could hear you too. So yeah, we officially got the bro on the stream. I know they can't see you, but shit, you want to introduce yourself? Just a little brief thing. You don't want too much attention. It's fine. You don't have to. It's cool.
Okay.
You don't want to?
Oh, this echo is pretty bad.
You're gonna have to deal with them, man.
Only if there was a
echo
way
it.
you could.
Everything's good on my side. Like, I could hear you.
You don't hear the echo yourself?
Let me make sure. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can hear the instrumental in the background too. Let me make sure. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can hear the instrumental in the background too.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, everything's good. Everything seems to be good, yeah. I might just keep this music playing in the background since I don't think it's gonna be so long as it's not too loud. I think we'll be alright. So, yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, do you wanna... Maybe if you can figure out a way to like lower the volume or lower some sort of like audio source coming in, I think that might, work.
Mute one of your mics. Not the live stream one.
I'm gonna switch this to audio capture. So tell me if you can hear it. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the echo still there or no?
It's still there. It's living there.
Is it like I say something and automatically like I'm like another thing is being said, or is it like a double? Is it like I don't know, like two people talking at the same time?
They're double.
Yeah, I don't know, cause I only have like one. Do you have my stream playing at the same time, or are you just listening to me through like the call only?
I have the stream muted.
So you're only listening to me through the call? Oh shit.
Yeah.
My camera's about to heat up too, bro. Dumb. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to figure something else out.
Nigga, what?
Yeah, no, I usually have to like balance everything because my camera, like it heats up as well. So that's why I was like trying to take the breaks. You know, all right. Here's what we'll do. I'll go do another like, we'll do like a 5-minute break, and I don't know how. We'll try to do something in the meantime to figure out what's going on. Maybe you can look through your stuff and figure out what's going on. And yeah, I just gotta look, cause I gotta let my camera cool down. Cause if I don't, then you know, actually too, let me ask Hazard if he wants to be, if it's cool if I bring the stream over there. You want to do a VC? Because Hazard was in VC. He's in there right now. You want to bring this stream to VC?
Yeah, bro.
Hold on. I want to see what he says. I'm asking right now. We'll see what he says. Let's see what he says, man. I don't know if he says no, then I probably won't do the IQ section. I'll probably just save it for another day. I think he's thinking about it.
Bro. Actually, never mind. The echo's killing me.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything, so I'll just take it as a no. But alright, what I'll do is yeah, I'm gonna do the waiting screen, and then I'm just gonna let my camera cool down for like, I don't know, like 5 minutes or something. And then I'll be back.
And be ordering. Alright. do you mean adore Bjorn by Bjorn?
Hey, yo, solid, you the realest.
Baby, play that back, man. Hey, yo, Gabriel, how you do that shit?
Hey, yo, solid, you the realest. 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 Ayo, solid, you the realest. Ayo, solid, you the realest. Ayo, solid, you the realest.
Alright, yo, can you hear me? You there? Hello, 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 hello. Guardian, are you there? Alright, I don't think he's here. And I also didn't get any response from the guys in the Discord, so we'll just kind of figure out what's kind of going. I did see another video. I was just scrolling, I know, bad habit, guys. But it was pretty nice, you know. It's like bro, these are like good times, honestly, bro. I think ever since like what happened in 24 with the South Sudanese basketball team almost beating the USA, like things have just been good for like East Africans when it comes to sports. I saw this video. So a sophomore by the name Ajak Malwa jumps high jumps 7 feet. So I mean that's pretty cool. I don't know how tall. I don't know how common that is. Like in reference to like what people usually high jump, but yeah, you know it's pretty nice to see. Especially too, this guy's name is almost identically similar to mine. His name is Ajak Malwal. My name is Bior Ajak Malwal. So my dad's name is Ajak. My grandfather's name is Malwal. So my middle name and last name is Ajak, and then my last name is Malwal. So it was pretty like, you know, that's why I reposted this. I really, you know, I have to send this to my dad or something, you know. And I think this guy might be Australian. So hold on, let me actually turn this off too. So this was the video. It is calves, bro. And they got it. Yeah. That's 7 feet. That's like as tall as like almost. I think Manute Bol to be he was like almost 8 feet, but he yeah, you know that's pretty. Like 7 feet is huge, bro. Honestly, 7 feet is like a lot of I don't know why I'm not getting any like focus right now, but it's all good. But yeah, 7 feet is like pretty high, bro. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised he was able to do that. You know? So we got the hops, we got the hey bro, people can't tell us that we're slow switch anymore. We got people clearing 7 feet, we got people matching Usain Bolt sprinting records. You know, like I don't want to hear anything, bro. I remember back when I was making like these videos, this was like a year ago too. Like are West Africans stronger than East Africans? I retitled that like a dozen times to get the most rage debate one. Why black people can't grow hair? I remember this video, bro. It's nostalgia. This is 24. Pretty soon that's gonna be 2 years too. Top 6 African looks maxing secrets. You kind of see where I was going with the titles. This video was pretty good. But I remember like I made 2 videos last year. I have like a thin-ish. So this was me kind of just talking about like building muscle. One of my favorite like video montages. Look at the muscle, bro. Check them out, bro. You know, I'm in stereotypical fashion as usual. This was like right when I cut my hair too. Like not too long after I cut my hair. I posted this back in March 13th, 2025. So I probably recorded that like sometime like a week before I released this video. But it was a pretty interesting time, man. As an African guy, I've always been a pretty muscular guy myself. At least see how people much my room has changed. Pretty muscular. I have like a thin-ish type of physique, but I've always had like my decent. Always but I had to edit this video on my own too. But yeah, man. When I remember like before, I'd always post these videos and I'd get like at least guaranteed like one like dislike. You can't see it here, but I'm pretty sure you would see it. You know, if I went and looked at my analytics enough. But yeah, bro. So I mean, it was pretty what I was saying. But yeah, you know, so like we're doing pretty good, bro, with the sports. But to move over to a topic that I seen. So this was actually a pretty interesting article that my homie, one of the homies from the Discord, not the one I was gonna talk to you guys with, but another one he sent me, and it was about like male facial sizes. Now, to be fair to this guy, he's not really the biggest fan of like the looks maxing thing, but you know, for content, this was like a really good thing for me to find. I was actually gonna make a video on it. Yeah, it said male facial width associated with death by contact violence. Narrow-faced males are more likely to die from contact violence, and I mean that's pretty much what it says, right? You know, it kind of talks about like, you know, looking at I guess the comparison between like different, you know, people with different facial width to height ratios, and kind of like you know, what was their likely cause of death. And yeah, like it says in the title, people with more narrow faces were a little bit more likely to die by like violence. And actually, I'll read you the discussions because that's all you really need to read the results and the discussions to kind of get you know, to kind of get what you need to know. Yeah, it says the results. The descriptive statistics for a sample can be found in Table 1. Although facial width to height ratio has been previously found to differ between the sexes, males in this sample did not have a larger mean facial width to height ratio than females. The discussion, in line with our prediction, we found that narrow-faced men in this sample were more likely than wider-faced men to die by contact violence compared to other causes of death or homicide. This was the case even though we might expect wider-faced men to get into more fights. Also, in line with our predictions, there was no evidence of an association between dying from contact violence and facial width to height ratio in women. Our results suggest that facial width to height ratio is a valid, and it goes on. I guess what they were gonna say is something along the lines of it's a valid way to kind of predict X, Y, and Z, right? Related to this. So this was actually pretty interesting to look at. There was also another study that he kind of showed me. Let me see if I can find. So here they kind of talked about, they compared it's called facial morphology of it says here, facial morphology predicts male fitness and rank but not survival in Second World War Finnish soldiers. So it was a pretty interesting study. I read it on my own, but I'm not gonna go through all the details with you. If you want, you can go and take a look at it yourself. This is the title of the study if you're interested. But basically, to summarize it in layman's terms and, simple, the way that I understood it was they were basically obviously looking at the facial width to height ratios of different men inside the Finnish soldiers. I think they were comparing this through I don't know if they had photos or they just were using photos. Like here you can see they're referencing a photo. I don't know if they had skulls or any type of physical, remains of people that they were looking at. But the results that they kind of came up with was that basically people with higher, wider faces, I think they were more likely to have a lower rank. They were more likely to have lifetime reproductive success. And people with slimmer faces were more likely to have higher ranking, especially pre-war or whatever. And I mean, one of the things that they've kind of used to associate that with is kind of having a thinner face is kind of correlated with friendliness or trustworthiness. So that was kind of a reason why that. And I mean, a wider face, we kind of get what we associate with that. It's the testosterone energy and all that stuff. And the thing that they kind of clarified was that it wasn't just about having a wider face, which is what made you having and when they say by lifetime reproductive success, it's basically just having more children. It's not so much that people are selecting for wider faces, but it's more about what having a wider face indicates and the effects that that's going to have on your life. For example, we would assume somebody who has a wider face to be higher testosterone, more dominant, strong, blah 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 blah. They're gonna have probably certain behaviors that are gonna resemble a certain type of thing, and or a certain type of pattern, and that's gonna have an effect on their life. So it's not so much that girls are just looking at people with a wider face, and then just decide choosing to have more kids with them. You know what I mean? So that was some pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, so let me see. I think it actually just says it here. We investigated fitness, military rank, and survival of facial phenotypes in large-scale warfare using 795 Finnish soldiers who fought in the Winter War from 1939 to 1940. We measured facial width to height ratio, a trait known to predict aggressive behavior in males, and assessed whether facial morphology could predict survival, lifetime reproductive success, and social status. And we found no difference in survival along the phenotypic gradient. However, wider-faced individuals had greater lifetime reproductive success, but achieved lower military rank. So that was kind of like everything that I've kind of just described to you guys here. So again, this is the name of the paper if you want to kind of read about it and more, and get more detail out of it. And this was the first one. So this one was just kind of looking at, groups of people who were gonna, I guess in the comparison of like facial width to height ratio and how these different individuals like died or killed or, homicide, you know what I mean? So that was something that was pretty interesting. But yeah, man, so, some pretty interesting stuff about like facial morphology, you know what I mean? And kind of the way that, our everyday lives can kind of relate to that. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Yeah, anyways, it's getting kind of late. It is almost 5, and I gotta get going pretty soon. I do want to take a walk, so I am gonna end the stream. But before we go, you already know, shameless plug. First, we got the school community, so I'll actually show you that right now. It's basically where I kind of have courses and talk about everything in detail. I'm still working on a lot of the courses, just so you know, as a heads up, by the way. But if you join in as part of the first group of family members, you will get to have the first month charged, and then after that, the rest for free. So, there's that. Basically, I kind of talk about everything to do with fitness, looks max, and just improving yourself, but especially from this kind of like anthropological point of view. And here's the ad video for it. Oh wait, if you've been watching, I'm forgetting to share the screen. You've been watching my videos and you actually want to apply the things that I've talked about. Join my ascendancy school. I now recently just got signed to a modeling agency and previously had multiple others interested in me. And a big reason why is because I had a good physique. I had an aesthetic physique, more importantly. Now obviously that isn't the only thing, things like look and things of that nature are important as well. Building an aesthetic physique nonetheless does get you more on point, and that's what I'm gonna help you guys do in there. And there you'll get all of my frameworks when it comes to things like me explaining the diet and the workout training routine that I took to get me where I am today over the past 3 years of me lifting. If that sounds interesting to you, the first link in the description will be there. That being said, peace, bro. So yeah, man, if you've been watching my shit, I am no longer like in an actual modeling agency. The guy who I was doing that with, he just kind of he had some like a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, man, everything else, is just kind of true, where we're talking about just like, just improving ourselves, especially from like a physicality point of view. And yeah, it's really, I think it's a really good place, if you're really interested in like improving, it's before the minoxidil cooked me, But yeah, if you're not willing to invest any money into anything, then, obviously if you scroll down here, it's also the second link in my description. You also have my weekly email newsletter where I just kind of talk about all the same things that I kind of talk about now. You'll just kind of get like a weekly email from me of like advice on anything to do with like your physique, hormones, looks maxing, blah, 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 anthropology. So kind of everything that we talked here, but just a more consistent, more personal kind of touch to it. So yeah, but anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Any recommendations that we can have to improve things, definitely let me know. I will try to work with things here on the back end to bring you guys some better content. And honestly, probably get more into like my bag when it comes to like modeling, getting people on here that we can probably interview, ask about that kind of industry. I do have something planned with the guy that I was gonna do this whole modeling thing with. So, and he's a big guy. He models for Nike. So I mean, really guy, he knows his stuff. He's been signed. He's walked. He's been in the fashion weeks. So really a lot of game that can be dropped here. But I don't want to hype it up too much. We don't have anything penciled in yet. But yeah, just some stuff to look forward to. I'm really hoping we can really like step everything up. I think in the next few years we could really be somewhere really far ahead of where we kind of expect. So yeah, aside from that, gonna have some new content coming out probably by next week. Next Monday I should have another video out. I got like 3 videos I think in reserve right now, and obviously we're gonna be working on more. So, you know, we're just doing our best to stay consistent, man, and I'll just keep you guys posted. Try to do these lives again once a week, and you know, just continue figuring things out. With that being said, though, it was nice talking with you guys, and